Good evening. Hello and welcome. You're watching Super 6 here on India Today. I'm Akshita Nandagopal. Over the next 60 minutes, as always, we'll get you a roundup of the big stories coming in from the southern states. So what's lined up for you over the next 1 hour? Our top focus remains the big controversy surrounding Vijay's last film, Jana Nagayan. Is there a conspiracy, a political conspiracy behind the delay in Vijay's last film's release? What we've been seeing as a result of the film not releasing on the planned date of January 9th, which was tomorrow, is maximum sympathy, maximum support for Vijay. But interestingly, there's also a big political headline that's emerged, which is that Congress has gone out of its way with all the leaders with non-stop social media posts all coming out to back Vijay and lash out at the BJP. We're going to be talking about that big story and the conspiracy charge. But also coming up on the show, we're going to talk about the National Herald case with a Karnataka connection now. Guess the amount of money that was spent and exactly where the Karnataka government's funds for ads were sent to the National Herald, a paper that's not really popular in Karnataka, and yes, the biggest ad splurge for the Karnataka government, public funds by the way, was used in ads in the National Herald. That's triggered a big political flashpoint. We're going to be talking about that, much more coming your way. As always, we begin with the top 10 headlines. ED raids IPAC, a money laundering case that has alleged links to TMC. Mamata rushes to IPAC office, takes documents away with her, accuses ED of targeting TMC poll documents. She's also leading a mega protest march in Kolkata tomorrow. After ED approached the Calcutta High Court, IPAC has also filed a plea in the High Court seeking an immediate stay on ED raids. ED's claimed obstruction in raids by state officials. Matter expected to be taken up tomorrow. Much awaited release of Vijay's last film, Jana Nagayan, postponed amid tussle with Censor Board. Several Tamil actors come out in support of Thalapathy. Matter also takes a political turn, with Congress accusing Centre of using the Censor Board as a political tool. The National Herald reportedly received more advertisement funds from the Congress-led Karnataka government than any other national daily, raising concerns over the use of public money. According to details accessed by India Today and government records, 1.9 crores was allotted to the newspaper in 2023-24, nearly 1 crore in 2024-25. The probe into stone pelting incident at Delhi's Turkman Gate intensifies, with a manhunt underway for those involved. CCTV footage shows that the provocation was planned. A YouTuber identified as Salman, who has millions of followers, incited the mob by falsely claiming that the mosque had been demolished. Massive slide under Dalal Street. Sensex ends the day nearly 800 points down. Nifty falls 1% amid Trump's fresh tariff threat. Amid anger over series of Hindu killings in Bangladesh, main accused in lynching of Deepu Das arrested. Yasin Araft arrested, allegedly planned and executed the attack. Shocking shooting in Minneapolis in America. An immigration agent shot and killed a woman inside a car. The officials claim self-defense, but local leaders contest the version as investigations proceed. Globally, it's high drama in the high seas. America has seized 2 oil tankers linked to Venezuelan crude, including one Russian-flagged vessel, during efforts to enforce sanctions and block Venezuelan oil exports. Moscow's condemned the seizure as illegal. A big claim by Pakistan's Defence Minister Khwaja Asif. He says that Islamabad is getting record orders for fighter jets and might not need IMF's financial assistance after 6 months. This, he said, came after the 4-day war with India. And as promised, our top focus here is on Jana Nagayan, Vijay's much-awaited film. For Vijay fans, that wait gets longer because officially it's confirmed that the release has been postponed over clearance issues from the Censor Board. It's now, unsurprisingly, also become a massive political storm. Vijay, of course, is saying this is his last film because he's entering politics. And so at such a time, when the Censor Board hasn't given their go-ahead, there are questions being asked by several political parties on whether Vijay has been targeted because of his political journey. The Congress in particular has been very, very vocal on this issue, lashing out to the centre, saying that this is a targeted attack on Vijay's film, calling it suppression of freedom of expression. So interestingly, while Vijay is mum, while the makers say, just hold on, wait, we apologize, it's the Congress that's rushing to the defense of Vijay, that's lashing out and mounting the biggest attacks right now on the central government, with the Censor Board not giving its nod just yet.
It's a film whose title literally means people's hero. A film that was meant to be the swan song in Talapathi's career and herald his political debut by converting real adulation into real votes. But Vijay is facing bigger hurdles than his on-screen avatar could have ever imagined. His Jana Nagayan, a film that was supposed to release this Friday ahead of the Tamil festival of Pongal, has been stuck in limbo after the Censor Board refused to clear it on time and demanded a second review by another board. Seeing the writing on the wall, the filmmakers have decided to postpone the release of the film.
There is no chance of Jana Nagayan releasing on 9th. It is a procedure by the CBFC.
The decision has sparked a larger debate beyond just creative liberty and instead into power, influence and freedom in Tamil Nadu politics. The Congress has termed it a suppression of freedom of expression and accused the BJP of now politically weaponizing the Censor Board as well.
I personally believe that actually it should be strongly condemned by everybody, irrespective of our political ideology and affiliation. And it's an attack on film industry, Tamil Nadu film industry. See, a film is invested hundreds of crores. So you just cannot stop a film for your political whims and fancies. It's completely unacceptable and highly condemnable.
It's really up to the Censor Board to explain why they are delaying it when the application was made well in time. It's really up to them to explain it.
Meanwhile, the party in power at the state is on the defensive.
Now BJP is influencing the Central Board of Film Certification to put pressure on Vijay, because BJP is known for misusing their powers to put pressure on opposition parties.
Central government Censor Board வச்சிருக்காங்க. இதுக்கு எங்களுக்கு என்ன சம்பந்தம்? அவங்க கொடுக்க போறாங்க, அவங்க வாங்க போறாங்க.
காங்கிரஸ் எம்பிக்கள் வந்து இதுக்கு குரல் கொடுக்கறாங்களே, எப்படி அமைச்சர் பாக்குறீங்க?
அத பத்திலாம் எனக்கு தெரியல. அவங்க என்ன எதனால குரல் கொடுக்கறாங்க, விஜய்க்கு அவருக்கு எப்படி இருக்குன்னாலாம் தெரியாது எனக்கு.
But renowned faces from Tamil industry have come forward in support of Vijay, including, interestingly, the director of Parasakti, the film seen by many as glorification of the DMK. And another movie that has run into Censor Board trouble as well. What was meant to be a grand conclusion to Talapathi's film career has now become the centerpiece in a political flashpoint that could define the state of war that is Tamil Nadu. Bureau Report, India Today.
And there's been a whole lot of support that's poured in for Vijay, particularly from the Tamil film industry, from Kollywood. The likes of Simbu, Ravi Mohan, they've come out putting out statements on social media. Remember, Ravi Mohan, also known as Jayam Ravi, has his own film, Parasakti, that was set to clash with Jana Nagayan. But despite that, he's chosen to take a stand with Vijay, saying he stands with him in the fight for his film. Actor Simbu, meanwhile, has posted a very heartfelt message for Vijay, calling him Anna. He says, you've crossed bigger storms than this. And he says the real Tiruvira begins on the day that Jana Nagayan releases. So support, much needed support for Vijay there. But I open this up to also our panelists joining us this evening. We've got Kasturi Shankar, leader of the BJP, Suman C, Raman, political analyst, and Salem Dharani Dharan, spokesperson of the DMK. Mr. Suman C, Raman, I'd like to begin with you, particularly on the allegations of a conspiracy here in not giving that particular censor certificate yet to Jana Nagayan. What do you make of it? Do you think, looking at the facts right now, that there is, a bigger story here, that there is a conspiracy?
It does appear that there is more to it than meets the eye, Akshita. I think that there are two things here. One, this was submitted for certification way back in December, a good 20 days or so ahead, and then 22nd they were informed that they have got a 16 plus UA kind of a certificate. Then suddenly on January 3rd or 4th, some member comes up with an objection, And if this objection had been made on 22nd or 23rd, at the time that the original letter was to have been released, things could have been sorted out. So it does not seem to be an organic one. So I mean, I still feel that it's extremely stupid if any political party tried to delay the release of the film, which will only make Vijay a martyr and allow him to play the victim card. But I can't help but feeling that this is such an avoidable issue that it makes no sense to say that, look, now what the advocate representing the government wanted 2 weeks time to get back, knowing fully well that the movie was scheduled to be released tomorrow. So I think that it doesn't add up, but I am hopeful that the court would take a good decision tomorrow.
Yeah.
The matter is to be decided, and then if the government goes on appeal, in case the movie is permitted to be released, then the cat will really be out of the bag.
No, but the question that's constantly raised, Kasturi Shankar, I'll bring you in on this, and this is what the Congress has alleged here. They're saying that the Censor Board is stalling the film at the behest of the BJP, that this is BJP's doing. What's your response to that?
Number one, let me first say which side I'm on. As far as this movie's release is concerned, I believe the inordinate delay in certifying Jana Nagayan is undemocratic. And I don't believe a party like the BJP, which really is it's much bigger than one movie and one regional debutant politician. So I don't believe that this could be a huge conspiracy on the side of the BJP. But of course, the Congress in Tamil Nadu now, it's not a secret that they're making overtures towards an alliance with Vijay's TVK. And they have started criticizing their own leadership in Tamil Nadu and openly siding with Vijay to the extent where DMK leaders are now distancing themselves from the comments of the Congress leaders in Tamil Nadu. So, this is all political strategization by several parties in Tamil Nadu. I personally feel that this is all very unfortunate. The movie should not have faced any obstacles at this late stage, 2 days before the release of the movie.
No, but I'll tell you what someone in the BJP, Tamilisai Soundararajan, has just posted. She's in fact taken to social media to suggest that announcing a release date without legally obtaining a censor certificate and then applying pressure isn't the right process. So there are many within the BJP, Kasturi, who are questioning the manner in which this is happening.
I understand and I agree with her somewhat, but with due respect to my party leaders, I think there is a little bit of perspective there that's being lost. I believe that Tamilisai madam, like many other leaders in Tamil Nadu BJP, are under severe pressure to explain, to clarify that they have no role in stalling the picture. This is being a blame game on the BJP, especially Tamil Nadu BJP.
So who's responsible then?
So
Kasturi, to you, who's responsible? Even you're questioning the timing. You're saying that it is suspect the way in which one person has come out and suddenly objected so last minute and so the film is not releasing. So who then is responsible for that?
It's very unfortunate. I think, number one, the biggest question is, what does Mr. Vijay himself have to say? The producers have not come out with an official statement about what they face. They only have a blanket statement.
No, it's an ongoing court case. It's an ongoing court case. It's an ongoing case. So maybe that's why. In fact, we invited the TVK on this discussion and they made it very clear that because this is playing out in court, we're not going to speak right now.
Ma'am, you and I are discussing an ongoing court case. You and I are discussing the whys and the wheres and the whens.
They've got skin in the game.
Movie.
Come on. I'll bring in Dharani Dharan also. I'll bring in Dharani Dharan on this broadcast. Dharani Dharan, what's been particularly curious to see is how your ally, the Congress, has come out vociferously backing Vijay, supporting Vijay. TVK hasn't spoken, Vijay hasn't spoken, but I've seen maximum comments from the Congress.
No, I am also supporting Vijay. See, there are two things. Anyone can start a political party, and people in my party like Vijay the actor. I like Vijay the actor. Okay, if as a TVK head or TVK, the party will have to come and say something about my government. It is my job to oppose it. whenever it is right. So I will oppose that. But that doesn't mean that I don't want his movie to be released, or not as my chief minister or people in my party does not want his movie to be released. We like Vijay, the actor. He is an actor. He should act more. He should be successful. It's good for the Tamil film industry also, which is very vital. So I don't think why we have a problem with Vijay's movie being released or not being released. In fact, we want it to be released. I'll be very happy
No,
if the
so
movie gets released.
are you
I would watch
do
it.
you feel that there's a conspiracy here?
Of course, that's what I feel. See, let's get it very clear. We know how the kind of country that we live in. We know how ED, CBI, income tax operate. For example, 24 hours before Ajit Pawar joins BJP and becomes finance minister and deputy chief minister, the prime minister called him of having looted 30,000 crores. How many crores? 30,000 crores. There was ED charge sheet on him. The moment he joined, became deputy chief minister, ED has gone nowhere. So we know the institutions in this country are fragile. It depends on with whom you are associated with. Rather, in other words, if you're associated with the BJP, then the institutions are very fair to you. I know we all know a journalist who got hearing on a Saturday in the Supreme Court and got a bail within 2 days. And there are people languishing in jail for years. So that's how the institutions of this land operate.
No, you're
So there's
suggesting
only
then the
one.
courts are compromised. Then you're suggesting courts are compromised.
I'm not saying anything like that. I'm only saying in this country, things are operating in a manner that is not very, very
So
transparent and accountable
the
of late.
constant indication right now, Kasturi, is from the DMK in Congress that look, the Censor Board is controlled, is a central agency. And so like the ED, the CBI, they're controlling this agency too. That's what's led to this delay.
Before answering that question, I need to quickly rebut Mr. Dharani Dharan's claim. You know, we know how everything operates in this country. I would also like to add there that we know how everything operates in this state. He talks about central leaders and, why does he not remember his own party leaders like Mr. Sendil Balaji, who got beatified the minute he joined the DMK, and now the Chief Minister himself goes and welcomes him as soon as he comes out of prison. So, let's not be the ones virtue calling here. We have no locus standi to do that. So that said, getting back to the, the timing of the objection, I believe, and I'm going on record saying that as a BJP leader in Tamil Nadu, I believe this is undemocratic. It is not something that you can blame completely on CBFC connovations. There has been no comment or action from the state. Just like Mr. Dharani Dharan, I have been party and I have been at the receiving end of the state's actions. So let me tell you, it's not that because the CBFC is a central body, the state does not exert any pressure on
No, but if the tables were turned, Kasturi, there's no doubt that questions would be asked right now about the state, about the DMK government. But I'll give the last word now to Dr. Suman C. Raman on this. Dr. Suman C. Raman, with what's happened, the backlash essentially over the fact that Jana Nagayan hasn't released as planned, this being Vijay's last film, everyone wanted it to be a grand tribute for Vijay. Do you think at the end of the day, it's advantage Vijay because people are believing, that there is a conspiracy actively playing out against him?
Yeah, I think, that certainly it will allow him to play the victim card. But beyond that, how much political dividend he would be able to get from this in the elections, I think that's a little doubtful. See, because in Tamil Nadu, the media is controlled by the DMK. So unless the DMK wants to hype it up, and they are a little worried now because Vijay is eating into their vote also. So I'm not too sure that they would, tell their controlled media to go all out and highlight how Vijay is being singled out. So that is the problem. So I think they're caught in a bind, and therefore, because of that, it will be left to social media and YouTubers to sort of take the issue to the people, and therefore the dividend that Vijay can get electorally out of this may not be very substantial because the DMK may not be keen to hype it up because Vijay may eat into their own.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's a little too late for that because we're already seeing quite a bit of that hype playing out on social media as well. And there's only so much that any political party really can control. But thank you very much, Suman C. Raman, Kasturi Shankar and Salem Dharani Dharan for your time, for joining us here on India Today. The National Herald case involving Rahul and Sonia Gandhi is once again back to haunt the Congress. What we found out is that the newspapers received more funds from the Karnataka government, the Congress government in Karnataka, than any other national news daily. So imagine this, National Herald, which has a very small subscriber base, a very small reader base, has got the maximum amount of Karnataka government ads. And it's not just happened in 1 year, but for 2 consecutive years. All the details first in this report.
Gandhi's worst nightmare is back to haunt them. The National Herald ghost has resurfaced. A Mega India Today expose has revealed that National Herald paper owned by the Gandhi family received more funds from Karnataka government than any other national news daily. Crores of rupees of Karnataka Congress government's advertising funds were given to National Herald. This was not one-time affair, but National Herald was given a major chunk of the corpus between 2023 to 2025. In these 2 years, several established newspapers got zero allocation from Karnataka's Congress government. In 2023 and 2024, out of the total spending of 9.56 crore rupees in advertising funds, Gandhi-owned National Herald was allocated 1.90 crore rupees. In 2024 and 2025, out of rupees 1.42 crore, National Herald was given approximately rupees 1 crore. The details reveal that several leading newspapers did not receive even half of what National Herald was allocated. The revelation has given BJP fresh ammunition to corner Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi and Congress.
जेल में जाने के बाद भी इनको अभी तक इनको समझ नहीं आए हैं, तो एक बार फिर इंक्वायरी रहता है तो जो भी दिया है वो भी जेल में जाएंगे. अधिकारी भी थोड़ा सतर्क रहना चाहिए. मैं इतना ही वार्निंग देना चाहता हूँ. बाकी मैं डिटेल देख के आपके बात करता हूँ.
Was this a clear case of taxpayers' money in Karnataka going for welfare of Congress party? With Sagai Raj, Bureau Report, India Today.
Joining us here on Super 6 is Prashant G, spokesperson of the Karnataka BJP. We also have Shatabi Shivanna, spokesperson of the Karnataka Congress. Namaskara to both of you. Shivanna, I'd like to begin with you on what really is the justification of spending this money of the Karnataka government's ads on the National Herald newspaper more than any other national daily.
No, according to me, this is a non-issue. There is no crime, there is no illegality, there is no scam. What we are witnessing today is not a controversy. It is manufactured outrage born out of political insecurity. A government has released advertisements in a newspaper. That's it. If this is a scam, then every government advertisement
I'll explain it to you. Sure.
Since independence is a scam.
No, so you can say
BJP
there's no misappropriation.
Not because something wrong has happened. It is because they don't control the platform.
Shivanna, you're saying, okay, you're saying there's no misappropriation. I agree with you. There's no misappropriation. Yes. The question here will be of conflict. Why spend public money on ads in a national paper, in a news daily, that's barely got a subscriber base? There's a question here that comes up about conflict.
No, you don't get to judge the relevance of National Herald. National Herald is not just a newspaper. It is
it public money or is it not?
No, let me finish. You've asked me a question. Let me finish.
Sure.
National Heritage is not a newspaper. It is history. It is heritage. It is freedom movement in print. It was founded by Sri Jawaharlal Nehru in 1938 with a motto that freedom is in peril. Defend it with all your might. This paper spoke truth when it was dangerous to do so. And let's talk about the real conflict of interest. BJP leaders and their associates own most and multiple news channels and media houses. A sitting BJP chief minister and his family owns a regional media house. BJP MPs have funded, promoted and controlled national
so two wrongs don't make a right. Prashant, your opening comments. Mr. Prashant, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
From the perspective of what is happening in National Herald, all of us are aware as to how the mother and son duo are on bail in the National Herald case. And now, particularly when you're looking at Karnataka government spending on ads in National Herald, there are only a couple of points that I want to raise. Because the Congress spokesperson was talking about there is no scam. Be that as it may, first of all, it is being used like a family ATM for the Congress. Because It is a mockery of transparency and reach. And then let the government release the readership and circulation audit of the dailies, which means much more than the Kannada dailies which are read by 7 crore Kannada people. National Herald, you undertake a public survey. People have only heard about the name National Herald in connection with the scam that the
No,
Gandhi
but you've
family has
heard from
carried
the
out.
Congress. You've
which
heard from the
means-
Congress, Prashant. They're saying there's no
Exactly.
misappropriation. So what's the problem? It's our prerogative.
Akshita, it is not on misappropriation. Are you saying that to fund Gandhi family's personal scam-ridden newspaper, you will spend taxpayers' money? Which means if your schemes have to reach out to the people of Karnataka, you're trying to advertise the schemes in National Herald. And what is the readership base of that?
No,
What
the
is the
question.
circulation? Let
Okay.
the Congress reveal that.
Shivanna-
Which means at some point in time, it is being done only to ensure that you're in the good books of Gandhi family, because ultimately who will remain the CM or who will continue to be DCM will be decided by the Gandhi family when they're having dinner.
Shivanna, your
Therefore,
response. Is
Sonia
this
ji,
just an
Rahul ji
attempt
and
to go
Priyanka
ahead and
Vadra will
push
decide
money
this.
towards the National Herald and nothing more? Because let's
No,
face
this
it,
is
you tell me,
absolute
Shivanna,
and
do you read National Herald? Is it something you subscribe to in
Yes,
your
I do.
homes?
Yes, I do read the National
So
Herald.
then it's for
and
Congress workers then, the ads.
No, listen, it has a national outreach. It has a very
So tell me
strong
the
digital and
subscriber
social
base in
media
Karnataka.
imprint. Okay, you can't just ridicule National Herald. It has
What's
a
the
wide,
subscriber base
massive
in
outreach.
Karnataka? Is it
Now,
bigger
first,
than any other daily?
Akshita, there's
let me
one
say
more
this.
important
Let me say
facet.
this.
The
It is
economic advisor to the
barefaced
Yeah,
CM
let him
is on
finish,
record
please. Let him
stating
finish. I have
that
very little time. Let him finish, please. And then I'll
See,
bring
it is
in Prashant.
barefaced hypocrisy by the BJP. The BJP today is pretending to be the guardian of taxpayer morality. This is the same BJP that splurged crores on advertisements weeks before the elections, that turned government departments into PR agencies, and that has no shame in using taxpayers' money as campaign fuel. This is selective outrage and political theater. So tell me, I have pointed questions. What prohibits advertisements in the National Herald? What audit rule is violated? What constitutional provision is breached? None, zero, zilch. This only exists. This is only selective outrage by the BJP. Investigation and RTIs have revealed that hundreds of newspapers saw their government ad share cut by more than 50% since 2014. And at the same time, RSS linked publications and BJP aligned outlets saw massive jumps, 200%, 400%, 1000% increases in their ad share. This is a reward and punishment system.
Prashant,
you praise
your
the
response.
government, you get ads. You question the government, you lose
Akshita,
ads. This is
merely
economic
rattling
censorship.
some,
And
Fine,
the
fine.
BJP has
Shivanna, you've raised those
perfected it.
questions. Let the BJP respond.
merely rattling some numbers without any evidence is how Congress has
How much evidence do you
governed the
want,
country for
sir?
60 years.
RSS.
One
Now
at a time,
wait
please.
for your turn, Shatabish. It is not your turn. Wait. Now let me answer that in perspective. Look at what this economic advisor to the CM said. The state coffers are running dry and there is no money. When there is no money left in the state for the welfare of the state citizens, you are splurging on National Herald. Why? Because you know that your administration and governance have taken a back seat because of the greed for power and the lust for the CM chair. Because you have multiple camps operating in Congress and accepting that indulging in corruption and looting the taxpayers' money, they are doing nothing. Because Sidramaya wanted to even appease Priyanka Vadra by announcing compensation of 15 lakhs when a Karnataka elephant trampled a man in Kerala. Therefore, he is willing to give money to Kerala.
See,
But
sir,
when it comes to floods in
Mr. Prashant,
Karnataka,
please don't
Sidramaya
lecture
doesn't have
Karnataka
money.
today
When
about
he has
fiscal
to give money to
morality.
National Herald,
What the
he has got the
BJP
money.
government did
It is
during your
only
You've
to
heard,
ensure
you've heard
that
from
except
he
both
is in the
sides.
good
You've heard
books
from the
and is not.
BJP. You've heard from the BJP and the Congress. I've run out of time, but I'm wrapping this up. You've heard from both sides. I will leave it to you, the viewer, to decide whether it's justified for the Karnataka government to spend 2 crores plus over 2 years on ads in the National Herald. Now, there's one question about whether it's the prerogative, after all, of the Karnataka government to spend that ad money on whichever paper they want. The second is about whether it's a conflict here. And the attempt is to push as much money into a paper that was owned by the Gandhis. Now, we'll leave it at that. I'm going to get you a quick news break also on the Jana Nagayan controversy. Tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. is when the Madras High Court will be pronouncing its order on the film Jana Nagayan's release. Remember that the Madras High Court will be looking into whether there's been a delay by the Censor Board in going ahead and providing certification for the film. So are we going to see some relief for Vijay, for Jana Nagayan? We will know tomorrow at 10:30 in the morning, and we promise to keep you abreast with all of those updates that come in. Live updates from the Madras High Court order will be on your screens at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow morning here on India Today. And we will get you all those updates.